Welcome back to the Razorback Rundown. We're here with Coach Ford as usual. Today's episode is brought to you by Chief's Barbershop. Barbershop located in Poto, Oklahoma. He's a new barber there at Clay Cross. Coach Ford and I actually got to visit that this week. Shot a little video for him that we'll get to later. Chief's Barbershop, pretty cool place. Go visit them. Clay played for Coach Ford, and I'll let Coach talk a little bit about Clay a little bit, who owns Chief's Barbershop.
Yeah, I've known Clay a long time and always was a fun kid to be around. Known him since he was a little football player. Crazy thing is he used to play quarterback, until I think 9th, 10th grade. And one day we brought him in. We're like, man, we don't think you're ever going to play quarterback. We'd like to see about moving you to center. Yeah. He kind of looked at us funny and then, started at 35 games at center. Was a really good center for us. Good guy. Yeah. Great to see him doing great things. Yeah. Really neat place. Really proud of him.
Yeah, awesome. So contact him today at 479-926-9886. Get your haircut with some really cool dudes in a really cool place. Chiefs Barbershop, let them get you back in the game. Thank you to Chiefs. So, Coach, let's move on to football. Friday night we went to Tallahena. They kind of gave us really good effort, and we started slow but really picked up the second half. What can you tell us about the game against Tallahena last Friday?
Well, I think that those kids come out and they played really hard. I think they come off the ball really well. Really gave us a game early. 8-0 going in at halftime, and part of it we didn't play well. Part of it was just how hard they played. We softened them up a little bit and kind of had our way with them in the second half. We made a few adjustments at halftime, and always the good coach's speech at halftime always helps them out. Some not so kind words. I think I kind of lose my mind and go blank there. But yeah, we made some adjustments, come out and just leaned on them until they broke.
Right. I do want to point out one turning point of the game, in my opinion, was we were kind of there. We were kind of slugging. We kind of got control, got momentum of the game, and then Ty Simpkins took a punt to the house for a touchdown. How big was that punt return, in your opinion, when he took that for a touchdown?
Oh man, that's just kind of the kid Ty is. He's always that playmaker for us. We talk about it every week. Guys call them plays, don't call plays. They call players. Absolutely. And Ty's one of them players. I mean, he's a threat anytime he touches the ball. Yeah. We've tried to do a lot of different things, a lot of different ways with him this year, trying to get him in space and get the ball. And I think we're starting to find that, and he's finding his own. He had a great game, especially second half. Had that return, had the big fake punt, on fourth down. That I think he may have called himself.
Yeah, that was one of those plays where you're like, no. Great job. Yeah, good job. I called that. Yeah.
But that's what you want in players. I mean, you want them to see them succeed. You want to see them take the bull by the horns per se, and do their thing. Right. And man, he really did, and it was great to see, fun to watch, and he's just an explosive player for us.
Right. And I know we're sitting at 3-2 right now, 2-0 in the district, and you've kind of hit on the point with our players. I think a lot of our players are starting to kind of find their role, we are kind of finding as coaches what they're good at. I don't know if it's kind of a natural thing that's happened, but you as a head coach and you and Coach Darnell calling the offense, with Coach Armstrong calling defense. With that being said, how have you kind of adjusted to players' roles and figure out what they're good at and getting them in the best spot to be successuscal?
Well, big thing is the conditioning and the mindset. I think early on, nobody's in football shape. Right. It's hot. As I've said before, we had Caleb Brewer for us, lost 7 pounds in the game against Spyro. Those factors aren't really weighing on us as heavy anymore. Found the good 1-2 punch at our F position with Caleb Brewer and Daniel Bledsoe. Got a couple other guys getting the ball. Ruben has really come on. Ty really come on last week. Always good receiving crew. Braxton being able to run the ball the way he does at quarterback really helps us out. And we just kind of spread it around. And the thing about it is, I mean, we're a team that people are going to be glad they played us early instead of late.
I agree with that. That's a good point today. Well, Tallahena, we end up winning 43-12. Overall, we end up scoring 35 points in the second half, so that's always encouraging. Hopefully we can continue on with that momentum as we go into this week here at Panama, big homecoming game against Canadian. Second half, Coach, second half of the season's coming up. It's hard to believe that football season's halfway over. I know it seems our struggles is we play 2 to 3 quarters really good, and 1 quarter we kind of shoot ourselves in the foot or make mental mistakes. How are we going to accomplish finishing these next 5 games on a positive note to get in the playoffs and to play a full quarter game?
Well, that's been a kind of our focus this week is no plays off. You can't take breaks. If you're taking a break, somebody else is taking a break. Before you know it, 7 out of the 11 guys are taking a break for that play, and it's just not good. If you have 10 plays in a row and 7 of them somebody's taking a play off, well, you're only getting 30% of your offensive output.
Absolutely.
That way. And I think the weather's cooling off. It's getting football weather.
Right.
Guys are ready. We're focusing on being perfect in everything that we do. We just come off of Be Perfect Wednesdays. We've been doing that the last couple of times, where we make them get out there, and we're out there as long as it takes.
Absolutely.
And we're going to get X number of plays perfect.
Yes.
And they've done really good at responding to that.
Good deal. I know our district, I have to say, Coach, in Class A is probably one of, if not one of the toughest districts this year, with 4 to 5 really, really good teams. At 5 out, you only can take 4 teams to the playoffs. I mean, there's about 5 of them that probably have a chance to make it, and district's up for grabs right now. But I just want to ask you, Coach, what's it going to take for us to get a good seat in the playoffs? What's it going to take for us to finish in this district with a good record to get a good seat in the first round of playoffs?
Well, I think that you have to keep riding the wave that you're on, and we talk about every week about making that decision to clock in and go to work, and that's what these kids do. That's what they're going to have to continue to do. Everybody's going to have to, push that thing in the same direction.
Right.
And as long as that happens, sky's the limit.
Good deal. I know this week, Coach, we have Canadian coming in. It is a big week for everybody, the community, the band, the cheerleaders, the football team, coaches, families. It's homecoming week, and this is my first year to get to be a part of the Panama Razorback homecoming week. I know this afternoon we had a big event with Hog Olympics going on, and focus sometimes seems to be on something else other than football. But my first question, Coach, how are we keeping kids focused this week during homecoming week?
Well, that's the crazy thing about high school football. You want it to be an important thing.
Right.
It can't always be the most important thing. You want kids to enjoy their family, to enjoy their friends, to enjoy their high school experience, and that's part of what that is. In a school this size especially, we all share kids. We have kids in the band. We have kids that, FCCLA. I mean,
yes.
It's we have kids in ag that go to the shooting events and all that. We share kids. We want them to experience that
Absolutely.
stuff. And I think as long as we're all on the same sheet of music, we bring them back in, we refocus them, and Hog Olympics is always a good time. And they divide up into classes and see who wins. I don't know who's got it today, but always a lot of fun.
As we mentioned, Canadian comes in tomorrow night, and we've been preparing for them. And but next week, I know not to look ahead is a pretty big week against Pecola. It's gonna be a big game. How we staying focused and not overlooking Canadian and moving on to play for the Pecola game.
Well, we talk about it all the time. I mean, you can only control what you can control,
right.
And the biggest game is the game that's in front of you. You can't go looking ahead and drop one that you shouldn't. I mean, we're a program and we're a team, and our mission is to win all the games
Absolutely.
that we should, and then start winning a few of the ones that maybe you shouldn't.
Right.
Start winning them close ones. Start winning the ones where you're evenly matched, and then you grind one out.
Right.
You have to play them. They're all important after this. They are all important. The way we finish the season, we call it Rocktober for a reason, because everybody's postseason is made pretty much in October.
Absolutely.
So how you do in October, you play well, you get that extra part of that season. A brand new season come week 11, and once you make to week 11, I've seen some crazy things happen in the playoffs.
Right. Yeah, it's true. I think in any sport, anything can happen if you get there. The key is getting there. We've seen 4 upsets once. We've seen 4 seeds get all the way to the finals and do some crazy things. That's a good point. We got to keep our kids focused on that. So, all right, Coach, as we wind things down here on the Razorback Rundown, I just have a few questions, Coach. All right, Coach, as we wind things down here on the Razorback Rundown, I know we've had some injuries in the past. As we started the week, some big injuries that kind of affected our play, and we've kind of weathered the storm a little bit. Some kids stepping up, making plays, and filling in spots. And with that being said, I just want to know how's the health of the team as we go into the 3rd district game this week.
Well, we're starting to get few guys back that have missed out. Like you said, we've had some guys, some young men step up and really help us out. We've had some veterans kind of play through some injuries. Dalton Fox last week, he'd been battling an injury, and we thought we was going to be able to set him the game, and kind of held him out with the whole in case of emergency break glass.
Right.
And we had to bring him in, and he had a great game, played well for us. Really, really proud of him for that. I think we're getting everybody back. Everybody's healing up, starting to hit that grind, you know, and that's what the next 5 weeks is going to be, just the grind.
Yeah, and you mentioned, Coach, that the young kids are stepping up, and not to point anyone out, but we let a young kid, Yes Brand, play, and he had a pretty good game on Friday. Even though we took him out, he was kind of what he was like, you didn't do anything wrong. We just
right.
and he had a really good attitude about that. So
well, I hope his folks don't kill us for calling him Yes Brand. I've done it since I've been here.
Sorry, I thought that was his name.
But I call his sister Yes Brand too.
Yeah,
they're great kids, and I guarantee I could holler it down the hallway, and both of them would respond. It's spelled, YSBRAND. It's Osborne, but they are great kids.
Well,
man.
the thing is I thought that was his last name this entire time. Well, Coach, thank you for your time today. I know a lot of big games coming up. We have to finish this half of the season to get a good seat in the playoffs. I think we're getting closer to being the team that we need to be and want to be. Appreciate your time. So tomorrow night, Canadian travels to Panama. We host Canadian at George Ollie Stadium. Kickoff at 7:00 p.m. Homecoming festivities will start at 6:15 p.m. Make sure you come and support our student body, come support our school system, and be there to show your support. Don't forget, go visit Chief's Barbershop, located in Poto, Oklahoma. Great place, and be a good time to go get your hair cut before the wintertime comes. Great people, great owner. Go let them get you back in the game. We're going to visit with a few players here. Before we do it, let's hear a word from Chiefs Barbershop, our sponsor.
My name's Clay Cross. Come to Chiefs Barbershop and let me put you back in the game. I've been cutting for 3.5, almost 4 years. Started as a hustle when I was playing baseball in college, and now we built it up to what it is today. You can expect to come in and it feel like a homey space, and you can feel like there's no pressure, there's no certain environment. I feel like I can adapt to anyone.
Welcome back to the Razorback Rundown. Thank you to Chiefs Barbershop for being our sponsors for today's video. Make sure you run and get your hair cut there in Poto. I'm here with two players. We got junior linebacker Jordan Diaz and junior safety and junior running back receiver Ty Simpkins. Big game out of you guys Friday night as we beat Tallahena 43-12. Diaz, I'm going to ask you first, man. Give me a little bit your thought about the game, how it went, and talk a little bit about the game Friday.
Well, I think we came out a little slow, ahead of ourselves, and just had not a very good first half, and we got a good talk from Coach Ford at halftime, and we retaliated, came back, and ended up winning big.
Awesome. Tom, asked you a similar question, man. How was the game Friday for you? Tell me a little bit about the game Friday for you.
All right, just like Jordan said, we started off slow, first and second quarters, and then we went into halftime. Then we got what Jordan said. Coach Ford talked to us about it, and we locked in and we put it in gear, and we didn't stop.
Good deal. Tomorrow night we have a big game against Canadian. It is also homecoming week. How have you guys stayed focused during this week with homecoming and all the festivities? How have you guys stayed focused for the game tomorrow night against Canadian? Jordan?
Yeah, well, obviously, Coach wants us to dress up for the homecoming weeks and stuff, but as soon as you step onto the football field, you just got to lock in and be ready to leave all the fun stuff at school kind of, and just know it's time to work when you get to football.
Good. Simpkins, same question to you. During this week, how have you stayed focused during homecoming week?
just staying focused in practice, putting in a lot of work, and trying to keep the school stuff in school and all the fun activities. So you're just trying to stay locked in every time we hit the field.
Awesome. Good stuff. I hope you guys are focused for tomorrow. Got a big game coming up. Now, obviously we are 2-0 in district play, looking to go 3-0. And then after this week, we kind of go through a gauntlet of some really, really, really good football teams. What are you guys doing to stay focused, not focusing on the next game, but being focused on this game that we play tomorrow against Canadian? What are you guys personally doing?
There's a lot of outside noise and a lot of people talking, so I mean, you just kind of veer from that and you keep your head on straight. You gotta know what's to come, and I don't know, just stay focused on who you have that week.
Good. Ty?
Yeah, just staying focused on it and just going at it every day and working hard, getting better every day, and just coming out with the W.
Good deal. Awesome. Jordan, I got one question for you I'm going to ask. So defensively, we played pretty good this season so far, giving up less than 50 points in 5 games, so that's pretty good. As the anchor of the defense playing middle linebacker, what are some of your pregame prep? What are you doing to kind of make sure our defense performs at high level every week?
Yeah, it really starts the days before the game. Just taking that practice, the team D, just taking it seriously, going through everything. Monday, you get your line and your assign, and taking all that seriously. And then game day, just chilling out, making sure you're hydrated, your body's right, so that when we go out there, we perform at a high level and we have a good feared defense.
Awesome. And Ty, I'm going to ask you a little bit about last week. To me, I think one of the biggest plays of the game against Tallahena was when you ran back that punt. We had some momentum. We stopped them on defense, and then they punted it, and then you ran it back, and it was kind of the turning point of the game, as well as the fake punt that we ran that no one called, but you ran it anyways. It was one of those things where I was on the sideline going, no, yeah, good job. I kind of want to talk a little bit about that. What was kind of going through your mind there, wanting to make a big play, and you did, about the punt return as well as the fake punt?
I just wanted to get things started. We started off slow, so I just wanted to switch things around and get it in gear and change everything.
Good. That's great. And those two were huge plays. It kind of turned the momentum for the game and kind of really set us up for the victory on Friday night. So I'm going to ask a few personal questions. Diaz, let me ask you this, all right? Friday night, you walk onto the field, right? You're walking on the field. You see all the faces in the crowd. Who's your biggest fan? Who's waving at you? Who are you looking for in the stands?
Definitely looking for my mom. My mom and my family, and I know they're always there, so I make sure to look for them before every game.
Good. Tom asked a similar question, man. Who are you looking for in the stands, or who do you play for Friday nights? We all kind of have people we play for.
Yeah, I'm playing for my mom and my family, and I just the hometown panel, just playing for them.
Good. Well, I know this community really loves us football, and they really love watching you two play. But I thank you for your time today. Good luck tomorrow. Got to get a win. Stay undefeated in district play. Looking to go 3-0 against Canadian. Do not get lost in all the jumble of homecoming. Have fun, but let's get focused and get a big win for the. Thank you for your time, guys. Thank you, Ty. Thank you, Jordan. Don't forget to check out our sponsors, the Chiefs Barbershop, now open in Poto, Oklahoma. Contact them today for a good, nice haircut. As always, go Razorbacks.